बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम रब्बी इश्रह ली सदरी वयस्सिर ली अमरी वहलुल उक़दतम मिन लिसानी यफ़क़हू क़ौली अस्सलामु अलैकुम hello everyone my name is Waseem Anwar from Lahore Pakistan and with me my co-host
I'm Aisha Asim from Pakistan.
and as we know we are yet back again with an exciting and informative series of interviews starting with one of the most dynamic men in Onpassive. You all must have know him, seen him in webinars and in events and live. A man who possesses ample knowledge and carry a vision of bringing a change in the lives of people. He is from USA. We are lucky enough to get his learning and experiences. He is none other than Mr. Marty Degarmo, sir. Hello, sir. How are you?
Absolutely fantastic. How are you today?
Sir, thank you very much.
Can you hear me
Yes,
okay?
yes,
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
yes.
Loud and
Loud
clear.
and clear. You are looking handsome, sir.
I think you need glasses, but thank you.
Thank you very much.
No, no,
So
we are. That's he's very much right, sir. We haven't seen you in this outfit, and today you just made our day by dressing like this, and you are looking just like a star. You are a hero here.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
so
So
I thought should we start the session?
yeah, sure.
This
Absolutely.
this is the sir. This is the first live interview of mine. So the interview is going to viral and exciting. So we are very excited. So many brand ambassadors join the interview and they are sending me chat. John Barilla said Marty is getting ready for his interview. I think he is wearing two Hawaiian shirt, pretty snappy Wasim. So he's my informer. So he told me everything before interview. Sir, thank you very much. So, sir, my first question is normally uh, uh, many brand ambassador lives in USA and Canada, but originally they are from another country. Are you originally from USA or any other country? So we want to
Yes,
know.
I'm from the USA. Now, my ancestors were French
Okay.
and German, I believe. In fact, I have many nationalities. I'm a mutt. Okay, but yeah, I've lived here my whole life.
So, which city you live in USA, sir?
I live in New Jersey. It's on the East Coast, very small state, one of the smallest states, I believe, in a town called Mount Holly.
Okay, thank you, my sir. Sir, can you tell a little bit about your family background, sir?
Well, my we traveled around a lot because my father was in the service. He was in the army, so we traveled around the United States. I was actually born in Kansas, the same place as Dorothy for the Wizard of Oz. Uh, but we lived in Seattle, Washington. We lived in Kansas. We lived in Colorado. And then in 1964, we moved here. And I was 4 years old. And I'm actually living in my mother and father's home. When they passed away, I moved into their house.
So, so, would you like to tell me about your wife and kids of the family?
I've been married, this will be 43 years
Oh,
in July. We got married when I was 20.
how
She
is the
was
best?
only 16.
Oh,
And we have 4 kids. The oldest is 40, 41. She'll be 41 this year.
okay.
Oh no,
Oh,
40 this year. And then I'm looking at my wife because I can't make a mistake, you know.
Yeah, I
I
know.
gotta look over and make
Yes.
sure. My second oldest daughter was born in 1984, so do the math, 37, 38. And I have one son. He was born in 1985, 86. She should do the interview. And then my youngest daughter was born in 91. And my oldest daughter has one granddaughter,
Yes.
Abby, and then my second daughter had grandchildren. They live with us. They've lived with us most of their life. One of her children do live with her still. He's the youngest one. He's about 2 years old. My grandchildren are, oh my gosh, I don't know, 10 or 11, uh, 14, 11, 7,
Oh.
and 2. Got it,
Oh.
see? All right. And
Oh,
Sir,
no worries,
sir,
sir.
your memory is very good. I hope you remember your wife's birthday.
yeah, that's Dawn. Everybody knows Dawn. They never see her, but they know her. Yeah.
Thank you. Over to
Okay,
Aisha.
okay, that's good. Okay, Marty sir. First of all, I'm really. I just want to say that I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful and honored to see you here with us. And thank you so much that you found time for us. And this interview session would be a memorable one for us, and it's really, I'm very much delighted today, and I have to gather words. I have to find words in front of you. So it's a little difficult for me,
Oh,
but
look, listen,
please
listen,
bear
listen.
with me.
You
Yeah,
just
please bear with
relax.
me, and
You just relax. Take it easy.
yeah, thank you.
Ask me anything. No problem.
Yeah, thank you. Because this is my first interview and you are in front of me. So uh, please bear with me. Okay, sir, I just wanted to ask you that uh, we know you as as you do your live sessions, and I don't miss any of them. I am an ardent fan of yours, of your live sessions, and whatever you say, I really just grab that, your advices and all. And I see that, I think that there are the most clear and the most motivational live sessions that you always hold. And I am always looking forward to it, and I am always waiting for your live sessions. I have seen you in your live sessions doing your job, and whatever you say about Onpassive. But I want to know more about if you have any other profession, and if you have been working, where you have been working throughout these years. So, what is your expertise, sir?
Okay. Before I come online and started working online, I worked for a company that made copper foil, which is used for circuit boards. Okay, and I worked there. Well, I worked there all my life, from 18 years old until I was 54. And the last 4 or 5 years, uh, our company was selling technology, so they sent me around the world to help people start up companies, and I trained the people in different countries. I went to Russia. I've been to Japan, Taiwan, UK. Uh, where else did I go? France, Belgium, just different countries to assist in starting up the equipment and training the people. I love doing it, but traveling wasn't that good because I had a lot of children, young kids at home, so it was hard on my wife. But it was good. And in 2004, I got sick and wound up I could not work anymore. So I went online because I thought people make money online. I'm going to try the same. So that's what I did. So
Okay, cool, sir. It's well, it's very it says it all that you have done so much in your whole life, and you were tirelessly working throughout your life from such a young age, from 18 years to 54 years. And this shows that you are so responsible towards your duties, and towards your whole family, that you had to work, and I think you have done a great job. So over to you, sir. Waseem, sir.
Thank
Uh,
you, Aisha.
yeah.
We have some comments and Rob Gorman and Lynn Nakamoto here. They are saying to hi, and Verona Villas Brown and Virginia ma'am here. M Kelly always, M Kelly always in every live. Kamal DXN and Mandar Shastri Ziaur Rahman. So thank you all of you. If I don't read any name, so sorry. So my question is, sir, you are often found very serious. Have you ever been naughty or playful in your life? Would you like to tell us, please, about any interesting incident of your childhood or youth?
Uh, listen, I'm really not serious. Okay. In fact, I get in more trouble because I do play. Look, we only live one time. I don't take anything too serious. I, I feel like Onpassive is a gift to me. So being here is a blessing. I wouldn't do lives like I do for any other company. Never. No reason. But I actually love Onpassive. I love Mr. Mufareh. I love what they're doing. Uh, it's it's the first company in my life that is bigger and better than I thought it was. Most times you get in a company and it's not what you thought. In fact, it's worse, and it gets worse and worse the longer you're there. With Onpassive, it gets better and better every day. So yeah, I can be pretty. Yeah, I get myself in trouble sometimes, but it's all in fun.
Thank you, sir. Over to Aisha.
Okay. So yes, I know, sir. We are witness to whatever you've said. We are seeing you, whatever you do for Onpassive, and what Ash Mofra is for you and for us all founders. It's all. I think it needs no words. So I just want to ask you if we have just talked about your family, and you have told us about your family in a great detail. But I just wanted to ask you if whatever you are a very, very um, unique brand ambassador, an ambassador who is very faithful to its company, who wants to, I think, who just sleeps, talks, eats, just because uh, he is in Onpassive, and you stop and walk Onpassive every moment. I think every moment of your life. So you give a major part of your time to Onpassive every day. I think you never forget it in any way. So I just want you to know, to ask that if you can tell us, if this all couldn't be possible without your wife's support. So I just want to know if you can please tell us about your support system a little.
Well,
Thank you.
obviously, it's so much easier if your wife or your husband agrees with what you're doing. She knows how passionate I am in this business. Uh, but I've been like, she knows whatever I'm doing, I try to do it 100%. But most of the time, something happened. The company is no good, or I just, everything was always falling apart because it wasn't right. And then I got into Onpassive, and I thought from the beginning, this is different. This is something special. And it's even better than I thought when I got in. Day after tomorrow is my 4th year. And when I got in, um, I wanted to meet Ash Mufareh. And I was told, well, he's very busy, probably will be difficult. But 5 or 6 months later, he called me on the phone and we talked, and we're very good friends now. He's like a brother to me. I have never, ever in my entire life, ever met anyone like him. No, no one. I've met very, very intelligent people, but I've never met very, very intelligent people that had a big heart like Ash. And what people see and what they hear, that's him. It's not it's not pretend, it's not a show. In fact, he does so much more. One day I asked him on the phone, I said, "You work all the time. What do you do?" Kind of questions like you guys are asking. I said, "What do you do in your spare time? If there is any spare time, what do you do?" And he told me, this is a year ago. Well, he said, yesterday, I had a few hours, so we went to the store and bought a bunch of groceries, water, and food and gave it to the poor. That's what he did with his spare time. That's amazing. And when you hear that, you just go, wow. So, no, I'm very fortunate to be here. It's not a job for me to do lives because I enjoy it. I think every, I pray everybody can see what I see. And I don't see everything, but I see enough that it's going to change many, many lives for sure. And yeah, my wife is always there, always. She doesn't get involved that much because she stays in her lane, I stay in mine. She's very, very shy. And as you can see, I'm not. So we're the opposite. I will get on camera, I will talk. And one time my sister came on and there was 20,000 people on the webinar and she called me and she came to the first webinar and she said, "Oh my gosh, Marty, look at all those people. Are you scared?" I said, "No." You know why? When I talk to you, I'm not thinking about the people. It makes it easier. I'm talking to you like we're in my living room. So that helps. Don't focus on everybody else. And if you believe in what you're doing and you're telling the truth, you don't have to think about what to say. It comes natural. Anyway, I hope I answered your question because I said a lot.
Yes, great. Aisha, you're mute. Aisha, you're mute. Yes,
Yes, well said, sir.
yes, yes.
Definitely, we can see that it is all in the family. When the family is so close to each other and they're like that, it's all the support system which is shown in your whatever you do, whatever you want to do, and how you do it. It shows all. So, Wasim Saab, over to you.
Okay, okay. Thanks, Aisha.
Okay.
Sir, my question is next question is: you are one of those lucky founders who got the opportunity to witness the birth of revolutionary company on Passive. How did it all started? We would like to know about your journey with On Passive, including when and how did you join?
Oh boy. Okay. Um, I was in a business with Redfern and Peter Rogers before Onpassive. They were smart. They left early. I stayed, and I work with Dan, Mike and Dan, and myself on Passive Nation. Okay, so we work as a team. Anyway, so that other business was going nowhere, and I was going to stop working online. I was going to quit because I, I I didn't like it. I didn't like MLM. I don't like anyway. So I was online. I'm looking. I saw Peter Rogers, which is sponsored by Red, and I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, we're doing something called Onpassive." Really? What's it about? So I asked him 5 questions. I think I said, "Can anybody do it?" Yes. Um, do you have to promote? No. Uh, is there a monthly fee? No, not now. One-time payment, $97. Uh, it's It's all digital. It's going to be automated. Boom. I went, oh, yeah. So I signed up that day. I didn't hear any tapes asked me for, nothing. So I went to Mike Ellis and Dan Street, and I told them, hey, here's a link. It's $97. Hurry up and sign up. So they signed up, and then we formed a group. We wanted to come up with a name, so we formed Onpassive Nation. I made a Facebook group, and I said, I don't know how good this is going to be, but if it's 10% of what I think it is, that's good enough. So we started promoting very, very heavy, and people were coming in, and we put them into Onpassive Nation, where we could meet people and talk, because I believe you have a stronger team if you build relationship, not just numbers. You know what I mean? You have a name. You want to know people. So we kept doing that so I said, I want to talk to Ash Mufareh because I want to know this guy. I want to know this man. I don't know him. And was talking with Mike and Dan. I said, well, if we push hard enough and make a big enough splash, he'll come to us. And he did. And he called me on the phone and said, this is Ash Mufareh, and I am your friend. And then he said, I'm very happy. I see a lot going on with Onpassive Nation. Is there anything I can do? I said, oh, thank you very much. We asked him a few questions. We got some ideas where he's going. But that company that he was talking to me about then is gone. What we have now is 100,000 times bigger. But even that would have been fantastic. So I said, he said, is there anything I can do? And I said, yeah, you could come to our webinar. So he came to Onpassive webinar, and everybody got to meet him, and he's such a nice man and always out to help people. And I said, whoa, this guy is unbelievable. So we started really pushing and building the business, and he gave me his number, and I would text him once in a while. He'd text back, and we became friends, really. I never asked him for anything. I don't ask him, oh, what's going to happen? Try to get a secret. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I want to be surprised just like everybody else. And then I didn't have a phone. I would borrow my wife's phone. So he said, what phone are you calling me on? I said, my wife. He said, put her on the phone. So I give it to my wife. Now she's scared to death, right? And he said, is Marty using your phone? He goes, yeah. Why? He doesn't have one. Okay. So Ash sent me a new phone. Oh my God, right? I said, oh, thank you very much. I never had a phone, 60 years old, never. And he sent my wife one too. He didn't have to. So I was like, whoa, that's very nice. So I have trouble taking compliments or somebody doing something for you. It's people don't do that. Today, everybody's trying to take from you, not give to you. And that went on, and we grew and grew and grew. And September 2020, yeah, he said, I want you, Mike, and Dan to be on Leadership Council. I wasn't very happy. This is not a secret, because we were building Onpassive Nation, and I didn't know what they were doing. So, but I'm glad I did anything to help the company, and now I'm really glad I did. But at the time, I wasn't like, I don't know if that's gonna be, I don't know what we're doing, right? But it worked out good. We did very well, and then met other people that got bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, you remember in 2020, July 23rd, I remember there was 100,000 founders. The next year, 1 million. So that year was a big year. 2020, 2021, a lot of people came in. It was massive. And so that just brings us to now. I started doing lives. I started a YouTube channel. We were doing a lot of. I didn't host webinars. I'm not comfortable doing that. I do it live because it's just me. And then we are where we are today.
Thank you. It's great, sir. This is my favorite question in every interview, because every ambassadors has own journey story. So, sir, Marty, sir, we have some surprise guests for you. So I am inviting one by one. So my first guest is Chris Johnson, sir.
Oh my God. Guys, what are you doing to me? I have to put up with him all day.
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Can we hear?
Perfect,
I can
loud
hear
and
you.
clear.
I can hear you without my headset.
Listen to me. When I heard Marty Degarmo was going to do an interview, I called him. I said, "Listen, man," and I did whatever I could. What are you doing an interview for? He didn't know I was popping on. He knows how I feel about interviews, but there's no way. Here's my rule: wherever Marty goes, Chris Johnson goes, and there's another person wherever Marty goes, we go. Why? Because number one, Anwar, thank you for doing this. And your lovely co-host. I appreciate you both. You guys do a great job. I'm not that interview guy, but like I said, Marty shows up, I got to show up. That's part of us. We're a team. There's another one that's showing up here very shortly, and we'll show you the full team. But let me tell you a few good words about Marty. Let me put my glasses on to see y'all, because look at my eyes. Terrible today, terrible. Marty Degarmo is a true man of his heart. Okay, and I'm going to say, he's going to hate me for this, but it's okay. What you see on camera, I said this earlier today, is the real deal. Marty is Marty Degarmo. There's no agendas. There's no fakeness. Everything that you see about Marty is real. He will tell you to a T the truth. He's not gonna sway away from the truth. Marty Degarmo and Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh couldn't have picked a more perfect guy to be, and I call him his number one, even though Marty doesn't like when I say that, because Ash has got this thing for people, and he found the right guy. Marty Degarmo is one of those guys that would probably, if he had $1 in his pocket and you needed it, he'd give it to you. Okay? That's who Marty Degarmo. Marty Degarmo has led this to Onpassive Nation with his buddies, Mike and Dan, but Marty's the vocal guy. He's the vocal guy. And when he talks to you, he talks to you as a person, not as I'm a big guy. You know, Marty never came across to me as listen, I'm this because this. No. Marty just talks. Marty's a lot like me. We don't want to be labeled. We just want to help people through Onpassive. And that's what Marty Degarmo does on a daily basis. Marty does live 7 days a week. And all he wants to do is talk to people and tell them what great things are coming through Onpassive. So Marty Degarmo, I love you, brother. And I have nothing.
Thank you very much, Chris.
And I'm glad you did this interview, because I really wanted to come on here and embarrass you, but I don't want to do that today.
Yeah, but it was so funny because he said to me, "Where are you going?" I'm going to interview, because everybody that you interviewed, they loved it, Waseem. They had a good time. So I said, "I'm going." He goes, I don't do interviews," Chris said.
Marty, sir, did you like this surprise?
Yeah, it was funny. Yep, very good. Very good.
Okay, sir. Thanks to join this live. And how is possible if Chris sir and Marty sir had and Onpassive 360 third member will not here. So my next surprise is Redfern sir.
You son of a gun!
On
You
Passive
son of a
360.
gun!
What can I say? What can I say?
You.
Chris said,
welcome, sir.
wherever Marty goes, we have to go as well. So I thought we might as well turn up, haven't we?
On Passive 360, welcome to Pakistan, sir.
Welcome to Pakistan.
Waseem, good job. You did a good job, Waseem.
Well,
hey,
this was a
Pakistan.
surprise for you, and we want to know. We know you are all are not crime partner of Marty sir, but you are the partner of Onpassive 360. So we want to hear something new from you about Marty sir.
Well, me and Marty actually go back before Onpassive. We worked together on 2 separate occasions prior to Onpassive. And I think we were chatting the other day, and I think we go back 8 years or more now online. So we became good friends well before Onpassive, and it's the reason that he's here today that I do my lives, to be honest, because before Onpassive, when we were I was doing a course, I think it's the easiest way of explaining it, of how to do YouTubes and how to be in front of the camera, etc. It was Marty that pushed me forward. He said, you've got something about you, Red, so just get out there and have a go. And I really do believe that without his encouragement in those very early days of him pushing me forward and giving me some pointers, that I wouldn't be as prolific online, especially in front of the camera, as I am today. So I'm extremely and eternally grateful to Marty for that. We have forged an amazing relationship over the years. We talk practically every single day, all 3 of us, every single day. It's not always about Onpassive. It's about families. It's about life in general. And this is what relationships, as far as friends is concerned, is all about. Without the internet, without picking up on each other's individual mannerisms, what they're like, we wouldn't be friends, and we wouldn't be as open in front of it. Chris hit the nail on the head earlier. With Marty Degarmo, there is not a bad bone in his body. What you see is what you get. That is Marty Degarmo. He is completely open. There's no falseness about him. He is a genuine, what it says on the tin guy. And that's why he has got so many people that respect him, so many people that follow him, because Ash Mufareh said it every single day. When you talk from your heart, people believe what you have to say. And if you do that, then you haven't got to hide anything, because that's who you are. You are that person. And this is why we love you, Marty. And congratulations, Waseem, for getting him on here. I think the last time he was on here, he was, I think, 47 or something like that. I think last time he did an interview.
Yeah.
So congratulations.
Thanks, sir. And Aisha, you want to say something? Onpassive 360 in Pakistan. You are mute, Aisha. Please unmute yourself. Aisha, you are mute. Hello. We can't hear you.
Sorry.
Hey!
Hey.
Thank you. I just wanted to show my gratitude to all of you, that seeing you all 3 of you here is I think is a dream come true. So Sir Marty, we know him as a person, and now we got to know him more and more because of you two. And yes, you said it right, that he is a person that I don't know who will not love Sir Marty, because of him as a person, as a family man, as a hardworking person. Whatever he has done till now, it's all in front of us. And yes, we all love him very much. So I just wanted to ask you 3 and inform you that I am an ardent fan of your OP360. Really. And Red sir, I always see your live sessions, and your Chris sir, your too. And just wanted to ask you about that upcoming event which you were having, I think in April.
Yeah.
So I think it has been changed. The date has been changed.
Yes, I think some date change due to Open
No,
Connect sessions.
the date for the event is still the same, which is April the 22nd. But we were having a preview event, which was going to be on last Friday. Obviously, we had the corporate webinar, which went in place of it, and we're now having it on this Wednesday at 1 p.m. Eastern, which is 7 p.m. UK, and I don't know what time that is in Pakistan, I'm afraid.
Okay, sir.
But it's a preview.
Okay. I'm sure it would be a massive contribution towards our company, and we'd love to see you if it's going to be live on your channel.
Yeah, when we do it on April the 22nd, it's going to be live streamed to many channels. We're going to be showcasing and using OConnect on that event as well. So it's going to be everywhere. So, but we would love to have people in person. This is the whole idea, is to get as many people there live to the event. We've already got people from, quite frankly, all over the globe coming to it, but it is specifically for the UK and Ireland founders and guests, businesses, anybody who wants to know more about Onpassive and to come and meet the people behind Onpassive. We're going to have some surprise guests there as well. So it was going to be a very good day. And so I encourage as many people as possible, if they can, to come along. It's at the Mercure Manchester Piccadilly Hotel, and that is at 2 p.m. in the afternoon UK time, which is a Saturday. Many of us are making a weekend of it. The girls are going shopping. We're going to have something to eat. We're going to socialize. We're going to get together with the founders and other people there. So if you want to come and meet us, come and see us at the Mercure.
Of course, we'd really love to be there, sir. And I hope I know for sure it will be a great success. Yes.
Thank you so much.
So over to you, Sir Waseem, if you want to ask something.
Yes. Mike, this is our fortune. We are fortune. Onpassive 360 is here. So my next question is for all of you. One by one, you can answer. Sir, in this program, we observed, I'm talking about Onpassive 360, three different personalities. One is serious, apparently, I'm talking about Marty sir, and second is little bit comedian, and third one is neutral, Redfern sir. So it's good combination, and we like it very much. How did you come this idea in your mind to make such type of combination, and how is your experience with this show? Sir, first, Marty sir.
I think Chris has got the answer, don't you, Chris?
I do. I'm going to tell you a straight up answer. Number one, Waseem, I want to let you know something. We, as 360 Onpassive, have all switched to OConnect, just to let you know. Shout out to Gershwin on that one. Okay? And I'm going to tell you the greatest answer that I could think of, because all three of us individuals have never changed who we are. We came into Onpassive, and what you see right now is all three of us. Where believe it or not, Marty and Red both got a very funny sense of humor, but those guys, they're the serious ones. They're the ones that want to really impact you with the knowledge. Me, I want to make you laugh. So I think the main thing is none of us ever changed. We're still exactly who we are, but we have bigger hearts when we all started Onpassive. That's my answer. Anyone else going to top that one, Marty or Red? Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to. I don't remember. It might have been Red. I don't remember. I think it was kind of we were talking back and forth. We should have one day where we're together, and we just did it. Now we didn't know what name to use or whatever, and Chris Johnson, I believe, came up with 360.
Before that, if you remember, Marty, before that it was 2.5 men.
2.5,
yes.
2.5 men, yeah. But we did 360, and Ash absolutely loved it. By the way, he loved the idea that we were together at least one day a week, and then a lot of times if there's any info that they don't have time to do a webinar, he could pass the info on to 360, and we could share it with everybody. But that's how it got together. We were just talking and said, we need to do one show, all three of us. I believe Red thought of it, but it was very easy for me to go, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So
yeah, that's absolutely right. What Marty said. It was basically because we were all three of us doing lives every single day, and we thought, you know, we were saying kind of the same sort of things anyway, and we thought, why not have a show and get us all together? It has a bigger impact and all the rest of it. And we were just mucking around with a name with 2.5 men. Ash really liked the format, but he did say, I really like the format, but the name's not really what we would want you to have going forward. Chris came up with Onpassive 360. Why 360? Because of the globe of Onpassive, 360 degrees round. That's where he got the name from 360 for, because it circumnavigates 360 degrees. And as Marty has said, Ash likes it. It gives him a news outlet of a different sort to what he has with O Media. So if he needs a bit of a quick update, he knows he can give it to us, and we can get out to an awful lot of people very, very quickly. And he likes to be able to do that. I think it works because of what we've said about Marty, and what Chris has said about me is exactly the same with him. We do not have an agenda. We don't have a overriding personal agenda over somebody else to get somewhere else, if that makes sense. You know, we actually are really good friends. In fact, we spend more time trying to trip other people, trip each other up and make each other laugh, and than we actually do what we should be doing, really. And if people could hear the recordings of us three when we're talking together, they
would never come back to 360 again.
They would never come back. I know it is, but it's good. This is what cements and breeds the relationship that we all have. We look after each other, and I mean that sincerely. We make sure that we have each other's back, but we also work for the common cause. And the common cause is the company. It is Onpassive. Every single breath that we have and fiber in our body is for Onpassive. Our whole lives, all three of our lives now, have been completely now put to Onpassive. Everything that we do on a daily basis revolves around what Onpassive needs from us. That's our lives, webinars, interviews, corporate stuff, whatever it may be. That is our daily life now, is where we have to be for Onpassive. And it's fantastic. It's going to happen to a lot of us, because as the company grows, then there is going to be more need for more other people to do certain things within it. But at the moment, absolutely amazing. I love working with these guys, and especially when we're on 360 together once a week.
Can I add one thing? I just want to say these two gentlemen inspire me, right? Because you can feed. I'll tell you, when you can tell you have a good team. We don't script 360. We will meet 10 minutes before. I usually go first, and the question will go like this: Marty, what do you have? I don't know what I'm going to say. Red goes, okay, I'll feed off of you. I'm no kidding. And Chris always says, I have absolutely nothing. But a half hour later, I rabbled on about something. Red had something to say, and Chris talked more than both of us. So it turns out very good.
Sir, you always say that he says that he has nothing to say, but he says it all.
That's right. Every day. Every day. If he says I have nothing, we know
nothing to say. Yes,
it's going to be a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. When he says I've prepared something, we go, oh God,
Yes, yes, yes. So
We tried to scripted this interview, but we are reading comment. This is the on passive 360 show, so
yeah,
that's good. So
the thing is,
I
on
want to tell
passive,
you, yes,
yeah,
I want
yeah,
to.
yes, yes, sir, Waseem.
I want to tell you we are doing same show in Urdu and Hindi with Gursminder Dhillon and Neeraj Jalvi's on passive friendly talk show. So we are same. We don't we are, this show that show is not scripted and people like very much. But due to some reason, company procedure, we didn't this show from long time. But we are doing this show very soon. And Gursminder Dhillon is here in chat and say hi to all of you. And he's saying you are doing best. So uh, let's continue this interview. And please, sir, Red sir and Chris sir, you stay here. And over to Aisha.
So I just wanted to say that on Passive 360, whatever you said about that, it just shows your relationship, and we really enjoy whatever you do. You trip on each other, and whatever. If you think if even if you think that it's a mess, it goes very well, and it just shows that we enjoy every bit of it. It's so nice and informative at the same time. So and also it's real, it's pure. That's why it touches everyone. So it's all it shows that it is for a company that a company that drives itself, and it is all with heart, and it touches all humanity. So that's the thing which brings us all closer together. And you three are already so close and so understanding. You understand each other very well. So I think that clicks. So sir, I just want to ask a question. Whoever, any of you, if you want to answer. Uh, since from its inception, OnPassive has started off as a company with a heart. How has it gradually changed your priorities to be Marty Degarmo, Redfern, or Chris Johnson, as we know now? How your priorities changed? Can you please elaborate? Whoever wants
Marty
to
sir.
answer.
Marty sir, start with Marty sir.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
one's making me think. Okay, you got me thinking now.
It's
Usually
your
I
day,
can.
sir.
Yeah. I learned a lot since I've been in Onpassive. But for me personally, I've been looking for Onpassive for 20 years. The problem was Ash was only 10 years old and he probably wasn't thinking about Onpassive. No, but I was always looking for something that was that could help everybody, even playing field for everyone. And I learned one big thing I learned is everybody in general is the same. We all have the same blood. We all care about our families. We all want to take care of our families. We all want to be liked or loved. It's no different. I was fortunate to learn that when I traveled around the world, but more in Onpassive. And Ash told me something when I first got in, and he was a hard guy to figure out at first because he's so real. You just can't believe it almost, right? He told me, he said, you will draw people towards you that you're like. And he's 100% right. I met Chris in a webinar and I said, I got to talk to that guy. And he hasn't shut up since. But anyway, but I knew then, I knew when I got in and I was looking around, I needed to work with Redfern. I knew I needed to work with Chris. I knew, and it's a greedy part of me, but I think a team is better. I think always a team is better. I try to push people above me, not push even. I don't want people even. Ash does the same thing. He surrounds himself with the best. But what I learned is how to talk with people. You learn that everybody's kind of the same. People make mistakes. You got to forgive people. I learned a lot in Onpassive. I learned that a company can be built not focused on money, but value. I didn't understand that at first. I didn't understand the value, but I realized if you get the value and you have the quality and you have the AI and you have the support and you take care of people first, the money's going to come anyway. So it made it so I didn't have to think about it. So I learned a lot. A lot of it is just, it would take you a couple hours to tell you everything that I've learned in the last 4 years. But it really was the best journey. There was ups and downs, but looking back, I wouldn't want to miss one day of it. No way. Anyway,
Well said, sir. Well said.
That's it. That's it.
So, over to you, Red sir.
Chris sir. That's it.
Chris sir. Okay.
Anyone?
Yeah, I definitely have to go before Red because he's going to show me off. So, and you know what? I got nothing. Let me tell you why I got nothing. I learned a long time ago, if you surround yourself with people just like you, you're going to be successful. And when I came into this Onpassive, it was just Chris Johnson, a retired old auto worker. All right. I now have people of over 1 million people that want the same thing as I do, which is freedom, time, life. Marty Degarmo and Redfern surrounded me and helped me out to put me I'm in the position that I'm in today because of their help, because of their leadership. Now, none of us we don't call each other leaders. We just call ourselves who we are, Red, Marty, and Chris. But we know there's 1,400,000 leaders out there that want the same thing, which is that free health care. I mean, you name it. We can go on forever. Onpassive has taught me that there is hope. There's faith in humanity. There is millions and millions and millions of people out there who want exactly what we want. Just a better life. And I think that's what Onpassive did to me. I was always a pretty good guy, giving, helping out where I can, but not this much. Now, when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking, who can I help? What can I do? And then with the strength of over 1 million people, it just shows you that's our strength right now. When Obless kicks in, and you know about all the tragedies that happen in this world, Obless is going to be the help through the people. The original founders are going to say, hey, man, let's get this going. You know, all the people we have, if everyone, like I said, will say the same thing, and everyone threw it $1. $1. Million people. That's $1 million. That's instantaneously. So I'm going to let everyone know out there. Number one, we all switch to Connect. We know that. Number two, when the time is right, when we need help, founders step up to the plate and give each one of us, not us, the foundation, $1. $1. Within 1 year, if everyone gave $1, that's 365 days a year. That's $365 out of each person. That number is amazingly huge, and we can help out just anyone in the world for whatever they have. I don't want to see no more kids starving. I don't want to turn on the TV and see some kids from faraway country that are starving, no water, no clothes, laying there with flies all over them. I don't want to see that. I want to see sunshine and rainbows because each individual founder stepped out and did something about it and helped others, because that's what we do. That's what Onpassive turned me into. I just want to do good for the rest of my life. And these two guys next to me, whoo, I can't go wrong. All right, Red, it's all yours.
Well said, sir. Well said. It's all about uplifting humanity. You're really right, sir. So, Red sir, you want to add something?
So, yeah, the question was, how has Onpassive changed me? Now, as soon as we're all being honest, when I first joined Onpassive way back in September of 2018, I was looking for a product-based business. Me and Marty had been together prior to that for a couple of years. We'd been involved with other things, and if I'm honest and frank, we'd both lost a fair amount of money doing what we were asked to do, that didn't turn out how we wanted it to do. So I resorted back to what I do know, and that is, if you sell something, you make some money and it's a commission. That's exactly how it works. So I was actively looking around for a company that was going to be a product-based business, and my sponsor showed me, it wasn't even called Onpassive then, there was no name for it, but he said, you've got to listen to these 2 audios. And I listened to the 2 audios of Mufareh, and there was certainly something within those audios that sparked my interest. It was, for a start, I've never ever heard anybody on any video or audio coming on at the beginning saying, my name is Mufareh and I'm your friend. It kind of took me aback a little bit, and like, this is a bit weird. Nobody normally starts off like that. They normally start off with a pitch, or, you know, of what they're going to be doing or selling or whatever. So it sort of made me step back, but it also made me listen. And Ash's vision of what he wanted to achieve, even way back then, is pretty close to where we are right now as far as the long vision is concerned. Obviously, in the early days, it was a different business that he was trying to produce. But during this journey, one thing I do know has changed in me, and that is, I'm an ex military man. I did 10 years in the army. I did 6 years in the fire service. So I've always been very organized with everything, and that is my life. Is I like to organize my life of work till this age, then you retire, get your pension, you've got enough to do this, you know, all in blocks and all the rest of it. And that's how I sort of planned out my life of what where I was going and what I was doing online. These are all extras. These are, you know, the icing on the cake, the nice holiday, you know, all those sorts of things. And when Ash was talking, the one thing that really made me think differently and to where I am now is he's never, ever said any different from this. And he says it to this day: look after yourself, your friends and your family first. When your pockets are full, then go out and help somebody else. And it has changed me. Me and Jane speak often, all the time, of who we want to help. We know that our lives are going to be secured. We know that my kids' lives are going to be secured, and close friends and family is going to be secured. But there's going to be an abundance. There's going to be more than just that. So where do we go from there? I don't want 4 cars. I don't want 3 houses. Do you know what I mean? You know, I just want enough for me to be comfortable. But it's very, very addictive helping. It gives off, it makes you feel really good when you help somebody. And that's what we want to do. We want to help, obviously, immediate things in our area, but also do a little bit of what Chris is doing as well, far and wide. But if we all just help locally, for me, that was going to make the biggest impact. And this is why I keep going back to saying the same thing about Onpassive, is that I firmly believe that Onpassive will make the biggest difference in the poorest of the countries. Why? Because Onpassive, like Chris has said, is a level playing field. We all have the same opportunity. We all get paid the same amount. So it stands to reason that the poorest of the countries, that value for what they get in those countries is going to make the biggest difference, because it is going to be put to a better use than it would be into other countries. So has it changed me? Absolutely, for the better, 100%. I feel much more relaxed as a person. I'm not as anxious as I always was about my future, or if there was a shortfall. I know where this is going. This is only going to be going in one direction. And this is the beauty about it. The company of Onpassive is going to be monumental in years to come. That is the only word I can use about it. It is going to be a Microsoft, an Apple, a Google, a Facebook, a Tesla, a SpaceX. Now, this is what this company is going to be. It's going to be known on the lips of every single person. Why? Because that's what Ohm Media are going to make sure happens. The products will sell themselves. The founders will do their part. And Ohm Media will do theirs. There's only
Sir Waseem
one way this is going
I
to
have
go.
some
Anyway,
problem
that's
with
it
my
from me.
internet, I think.
Okay, okay. Okay, Aisha. Sir, continue, sir. Red, sir. Continue, Red, sir.
No, that was it, actually. Didn't have any more.
No, no, yes.
Sorry.
Okay, okay. No, no, no. She has some, I think, issue in mic, something.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Well said. I'm sorry. I had some internet issue here. That's why I didn't know that
I
you.
think, I think she
talk,
could.
yeah.
I think she could not hear your last part. That's why he said.
You got to
Yeah,
say it all again.
yeah.
Red, you got to say it all again, man.
No, no.
Red,
No,
you're
no.
muted. You're
There
muted,
is
Red.
some internet disturbance here.
I said you could watch the recording.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Well, you explained it very well. I got a lot of it right, whatever you said. So it is really what you explained. We can all see that. And over to you, Waseem Saab. Do you want to ask some questions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks, Aisha, and well said, Red sir, Chris sir, and Marty sir. And no doubt, Onpassive changed the direction on positive way. And if we talk about Mr. Mufareh, sir, normally other CEO talk about money and profit, but I have never seen a CEO who talk about others, talk about humanity. So we are fortunate we have Mr. Mufareh. Sir, my next question is we are talking about as sir. I know you can't stop talking about our CEOs. So we also want to listen more and more about him. So can you please share your thoughts about him? How you describe the personality of Ash? Sir, this question to all of you, sir. Start with Marty, sir.
Well, like I said, I was fortunate enough to chat with him a few times, a lot. We became really good friends. We talk about everything. And like I said, I've never met anybody like him. No one. I've met good-hearted people like these gentlemen here, but to meet somebody that has, he could do whatever he wanted to do, right? He could have built this company without founders and been the richest man in the world, but he had no desire to do that. He said he would rather die with a million people being his friend. Nobody does that. He's running a company like nobody ever has. That's why we're going to be like a company that nobody is now. So, no, he's bigger than life. He's a great guy. He gives and gives. I don't know how he keeps going, but no, I don't know anybody like him. That's all I can say. He'll do anything for everybody. He built this company for people. He built the company for people, and he wanted it for people that would never, people got to realize, people that go online to make money or whatever, about 1.5% do well. 1.5%. And he's going to make it so that anybody in Onpassive, everyone has the chance to be successful. Unheard of. And that's beautiful. And yeah, he's just a great individual. And I love calling him my brother. He's my friend. Unbelievable. That's really, I can't even say words, but he's a fantastic individual.
Chris, sir.
Well, wait. Who are we talking about? Who's this Ash Mufareh? Who are you talking about? I know Ash. I met him. I was honored to meet him in Boston, which I had such a great time. I know, listen, there's just some things, and Marty and Red can both hear me on this one. There's just some things that I can't say about Ash Mufareh that he's done that are phenomenal, because that'll come out later. The things that he's done that people will be shocked that he did it, because he's that kind of guy. I don't want to talk about, I'm sure Marty or Red don't want to talk about either, because me, I believed in Ash Mufareh without knowing the things that he already done, or the good things he's done. Ash Mufareh is, as far as my opinion, he's not the guy to say, look what I did. I'm Ash Mufareh. He's never been that way. He would rather call one of us and say, hey guys, can you tell people this? He wants all of us to feel the excitement. In other words, if 1 million of us went fishing, Ash Mufareh would be the last one to hold that fishing pole. He wants everyone to get a turn. He wants everyone to feel the excitement. That's just how he is. Just like Marty, Ash Mufareh, when you see him on the screen, I met him in person. He's actually a lot more fun in person because he does have a sense of humor. All right. He does truly care about people. And when you see Ash Mufareh on the screen, yeah, it's his professional mode, but he's just a normal guy. He'll tell you, I don't want to be a businessman. I'm not a businessman. He's a natural, good person that really just wants to help out humanity, and that's why he built Onpassive. That's all I can say about him. He's a great guy. I don't know who Ash Mufareh really is, but I do know who he really is because I know what he's really done. And you guys only know about Onpassive. You'll find out later what he's really done with average people, what his family does, what he's teaching his children to do at a young age, which everyone should teach their kids what he does. And you know about the giving part, going out and helping homelessness. He takes his kids with him. He's teaching them. He's teaching that generation something right now that a lot of generations need to understand. Stop thinking about me, myself, and I. Open your eyes, open your ears. There's people out there that need help. And a lot of them are down on their luck, and we shouldn't kick them when they're down. We should reach out our hand and pick them up. That's Ash Mufareh. And he's doing that through Onpassive, through all of us. Red, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Chris. Right, I'm going to say this, and I've got to slide off because I've got to take the dogs for a walk, Waseem, and you guys. Some of the best inventors in the world have been called crazy, right? Edison, Thomas Telford, right? The Wright brothers. Everyone said they were crazy, but crazy good, because look what they have all achieved. They've all achieved monumental feats that are still here in existence today. The Wright brothers with the aeroplanes. Yes, they've moved on. Edison, light bulbs. Thomas Telford, the canal network in the UK, bridges, all still standing after 300 years. Now, we have our own crazy, in a good way, CEO called Ash Mufareh. Why am I saying this? This is not derogatory to him in any way, shape, or form. It's a good thing because he is doing something that is crazy good. Way out of the box of normal individuals, normal people that do as far as business is concerned, normal what is achievable. We have our own crazy good Ash Mufareh CEO. This is what I think it makes him stand out so much as a CEO, because he is completely different to anybody and everybody else who's there at the moment. This is what makes the difference. This is the secret ingredient, like Colonel Sanders for KFC. Ash Mufareh is our secret ingredient for Onpassive. And without him and that secret ingredient, we certainly wouldn't have an Onpassive like we have. So I haven't met him yet. I've spoken to him many, many, many times. I call him my brother. He calls me brother. He rings me. He texts me. He emails me. What CEO does that? This is what he is like. He goes way above and beyond to make sure that you are okay. He makes sure that every founder is okay. He always puts the founders first. Why? Because we helped him make this company, and he will be forever grateful for that. Anyway, guys, that's all I've got. I've got to shoot off. Waseem, thank you so much. Aisha, lovely to see you as well. Marty and Chris,
Thank
I'll
you,
catch
sir.
you very soon, buddy.
Thank
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
thank you very much, sir.
And
So,
Waseem,
yes.
I'm going to jump off too because I want all this to be Marty. I want you to give him every question you got and make it hard because he answers them all.
Okay. So my next question is, normally we have seen multiple time Mr. Ash Mufareh and we all leaders talks about Onpassive. We are not on money game, and Onpassive give the value. Sir, how do you define value in general? So, Marty sir,
Say it again. I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
how do you define value in general? Aisha, can you elaborate the questions?
Yeah. So the thing is, Wasim sir,
So,
you can repeat your question.
Value,
Your
Marty.
question again.
value.
He wants to know about the value of Onpassive.
Onpassive talk
The
about
value of Onpassive. Well, the value of Onpassive is unlimited. It's everything about Onpassive is unlimited. I think people look at the products or they look at a certain thing and they have one dimension. I look at it, and if you really take the time, anybody that has any passion in their life, I don't care what it is, OES platform can enhance it to the highest you can go. I don't care what it is. My wife does crafts. She builds things with her hands. She could go on OConnect and get thousands of people going into a group with her. Some people want to teach French. You could go on and teach French from a French person. Listen, anything you want to do, I don't care what it is. Don't just look at the title of the product. Look at what the product has. And if you do that, the potential is unbelievable. Listen, everybody's worried about this and this and that. Money is not going to be an issue. It'll be different for everyone. I mean, if you share it, it'll come quicker. If you don't, it's coming, but it won't come as fast. It's just common sense. But remember, company has to sell something. If they do, people make a commission. I know that what we saw Friday, just with OConnect, it beats everybody in the world. And it's not done yet. The free products, you could sell them today. And they're free. You share free products, give them away. People come in and do it. They are with you. They are with you for the rest of your life. And you don't think sometime down the line, they're going to see something on Onpassive and go, I want to buy that. That's the value of Onpassive. Because it doesn't stop. And every month there's going to be something new, and then something more, and then something new. And what happens 7 months down the road, a year down the road? You've got all these people that come in, and Ash comes out with a new product, and everyone in your team buys it. Half the people in your team buy it. Just use your imagination. Every day is going to get better for a long, long time. Ash took a lot of thought in. Many companies come in, they go like this, they level out, and some of them come down the other side. Onpassive is going to constantly be doing this. Because why? They're bringing new stuff in all the time. Best technology, ahead of everybody else. He could have launched OConnect Friday. really, and beat everybody. It's not about beating people. He wants to be the best of the best, because I said this the other day. The competition looked in the rearview mirror and they saw a little dot. And they said, what is that? Friday, that dot went by. It's called Onpassive, and blew their windows out. Now they see who it is. Oh my God, it's Onpassive. What do? It's called repair. There's no competition. The only competition as of today is Onpassive's competition is only going to be Onpassive. And there'll be places for everyone. But nobody will be number one but Onpassive. This is my opinion. The second place, anybody can have it. There'll only be one place in everything we do, because it was designed by heart, by people that love the company, by a man that has vision of tomorrow. You look at, I said this the other day, I can tell a person where they're going to be by what they do today. Look, we all trip and fall, but if you fall down, if you can look up, you can get up. Get up and keep moving. Too many people spend time on a temporary thing. You have a bad day, it's temporary. Keep moving. Somebody has it worse than you. Every time I get, oh, woe is me. 1 billion people live worse than me. More than that. 7 billion maybe. I should be happy. You just keep going and going and going and going. You can run as fast as you want and you'll never catch Onpassive. So don't worry about the limits. The only limit you have on what you're going to do and what you can achieve in Onpassive is you. If you think you can, you're 100% right. If you think you can't, you're 100% right. So just go for it. The Onpassive is the biggest engine in the world, the fastest car, and they built a track. You can drive it slow, or you can push that gas pedal all the way to the floor. It's up to you. But there's no limit. There is no limit. I believe that. So, sorry, I'm getting crazy, but I believe that. Yeah.
Excellent, sir. Excellent, sir. So, Chris, sir, would you like to add something?
Yeah, I would, because I was going to go, but it was a great question. Everything what Marty said, my thoughts exactly. But let me add something. In Pakistan, the population of Pakistan is how much? How many people live in Pakistan? Off the top of your head.
16 crore.
Okay.
Every time increasing.
All right. So what is the value of Pakistan? How many people in Pakistan would ever have this opportunity, become successful, wealthy, but through Onpassive? To me, that's where the value is. Where Mufareh gave the average man, woman, and child the same opportunity, the same playing field level, and all of us can succeed. Nobody's ever done that before. That's where I hold the value, because humanity is the most valuable thing we have. And Onpassive does nothing but work for humanity because it helps everyone. Everything Marty Degarmo just said, absolutely. But since I'm the Oblessy guy, I got to put in humanity. In the United States alone, there's people that's never had this opportunity to own a business, but go enjoy yourself. There's value in that. To own a business and not have any responsibility except to pay your taxes, there's value in that. If I can take Waseem fishing, or if I can go out to dinner with Isha and not have to worry about it, there's the value. There's so much value in Onpassive, you'd have to write 20 years of books to tell you all the value that's in it. All I know is Onpassive, the value of it represents every man, woman, and child of this entire earth, because a lot of us never had that opportunity, and now we do. To me, that's value. When you take your kids to the doctor, anyone that's listening, me and Marty talk about this all the time, and you don't have the money to give your child the medicine, Onpassive is going to bring you value, because I believe everyone that became a founder and is going to be resellers is going to have the opportunity to take their kids to a doctor anywhere they want and not have to worry about money. Health is number one in my book. And one thing I think Onpassive will change, because we'll be earning a residual income, is, well, I could take my kid anywhere in the world. He's sick, I want to get him healthy. My mom's sick, I want to get her healthy. You guys are sick, we want you healthy. There is value when you have a man like Mufareh and Onpassive says, hey, guess what? Not only did we switch to Connect, but I care about every one of you, and I want to see you rise to the top. There's my value, Waseem.
Excellent, excellent, sir. Sir, my next question is very important to both of you. Are you foodie persons, Marty sir? Are you foodie? Are
Am
you
I
fond of
what?
it? Yes. No, no.
You're-
Are you foodie person? Foodie?
What's foodie?
Are you fond of eating?
We loved eating food, if that's what you're asking.
Well, I mean, look at me. You know I love eating food. Uh, that's a great. That's a
Actually, our CEO is also foodie, we know, and we would like to invite you in Pakistan, especially Lahore, that is famous for delicious food, and we have many places. A food street is there, and Aisha, you want to say something?
Yeah, when if you guys have any experience of coming to us, we'll have a lot of places. Our Asher told you about Pakistani food and the food which they serve in Dubai in a particular place, and he was saying that it's a very good place and it has delicious food there. So I also in our Lahore event we just discussed that, and I told him that yes, I have had the experience to go there and eat there. So it is it has a very delicious food there in their menu. So as Sir Ash told me that are you inviting me to Pakistan? So I said yes, most welcome. So I we just got that idea that he likes good food and he has a good taste buds for good food. So we were interested in asking you two also. So
He knows many
thank
dishes.
you.
He knows many dishes, sir. He knows many
yeah.
dishes of Pakistan.
See.
Yes.
My problem is I like food too much. You know. I mean, uh, but no, I'll try anything. Right. I like to try different stuff because you never know. I mean,
You're
Yeah,
I
most
eat
welcome.
food.
mostly
And, yeah, you never know until you try.
yeah,
So
mostly we specialize in rich food there
Yes.
here. So
Have you ever tasted Pakistani foods?
I
uh,
don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
so.
So you most welcome. You should try.
most welcome, yes,
Well,
sir.
you better tell the owner of the restaurant, Marty and Chris are coming, and we're going to be there all night testing everything they got because we love to eat food.
Most welcome,
When
sir.
Marty calls me in the morning, he says, "Hey, what'd you eat today?" That's our first conversation. What did we eat today? So
I'll send you the food videos of Lahore restaurant. We have a food street. Street is full of restaurant on
Different
roads,
food.
chairs and benches. So and amazing foods. Uh, Lahore is famous for foods, especially.
Yes.
Over to Aisha.
Okay, so we were talking about the value of Onpassive, and I just wanted to just catch up upon that discussion. Yes, you were right about value, and we cannot deny that. Our CEO is a very positive person, and he is a great person inside out. Whatever he says, he does, and it is we are witnessing it. So I just wanted to ask you people that um, if we all know our CEO has which Sir Red said that this about that secret ingredient that Sir Ash has. So, in my opinion, Sir Ash has a secret ingredient which is uplifting humanity. I think he's working with that ingredient and is working very, very well. And he will go far, and beyond. We cannot. It is limitless. So you do YouTube lives, and you are constantly communicating the company's information and what it is doing for us founders. But we can't deny the fact that there are negative and positive people out there. So what do you suggest to revoke these negative vibes from them? Please, Marty sir, first.
Well, here's what I say. Since man has been on the earth, you've always had the negative person. And I want to say something. There was many, many good speakers in life. Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, JFK, Mandela, Jesus Christ, everywhere, every nationality, every religion, very, very powerful speakers. But there was always some who disagreed and hated. You can't change that. I think the biggest waste for anyone is to go to a negative person and try to get them to think positive. It's a waste of time. I don't do it. I don't try to convince anybody anything. It can only hurt you. If you have to sell somebody to believe in Onpassive, you're going to have to sell them every single day. If you get somebody to come in and they see it from their heart and not just their eyes, you don't need to say anymore. They're going to know. That's who I try to be around. That's who I talk to, and that's who I stay with. The ones that are not that way, I have no time for them. Zero. It's not good. It's better to stay away. You can't convince them. I've seen people much, much smarter than me, a much better talker, try to convince somebody that's negative. They don't want to know right. They love being negative. They love dwelling in mud and just negativity. So anybody out there, don't waste the time. It might even be family. It might be relatives. Go out, share this plans, and the ones that see it, because there's many people that have 20/20 vision and they are completely blind. The vision Onpassive is here. It's in here. It's not just here. So when you talk to somebody, you're talking to their heart. You know they get it. People that get it, they get it. You don't have to sell them ever again. You don't have to convince them. I don't believe in motivation, same as this. I don't believe you can motivate anyone. You have to be self-motivated, but you can inspire people. You can say, I see something. Come look. Ash is at a higher mountain. He can look down. He sees what's coming. And he conveys it to us. Look, look, look. Some of the so-called leaders, we do the same. Some people follow you because, hey, I don't know what Waseem sees, but he's so excited, I'm going to follow him until I see it. But seeing it is in here. You talk to somebody just here who only sees here, you waste your time. That's my opinion.
Great.
Very
Excellent.
good.
Chris, sir.
Wow. Well, I could go all kind of different ways with this. Listen, there's people out there that are so negative. You just have to really look the other way. But also down deep, I want to help them too. Let me give you a real quick example here. There's things out there from negative people that are a quick fix. Onpassive's positiveness is a permanent fix. All right. Negative people, if they don't see the dream or the vision, that's what it is. But I'm going to give you a quick story here. You'll love it. Thomas Edison came home. This school told him to go home and give this note to your mother. He walks in. He says, "This is a true story. Mom, this is for my teacher. You got to read it." She opens up the letter, and what does it say? This is what it says: that your son is too smart. We don't have people to teach him this smart and educate him. Please do it yourself. Here's the truth, what the letter really said. Your son is incomplete. He's not smart. He's got no sense. That's what the letter really said. But his mother, she read him what he wanted to hear. And later, Thomas Edison didn't find this out till later when he found the note after his mom died. And he said, because of my mom, because they thought I was incompetent, my mom turned me into a genius, and look at what I've done. So those teachers, and we've heard the stories, they see nothing in Thomas Edison, probably because of his imagination was phenomenal. And they thought, oh, no. There's people out there that are so phenomenal because of their imaginations. And there's always, like Marty said, there's always that person that's going to look down on them. And a lot of it, honestly, is jealousy. Jealousy or hate. Listen, to the world out there, teach your kids the right way. One of my leading people that I love was Gandhi. Gandhi did everything for everyone else except himself, and it cost him his life. Right? He knew what the right thing was. He knew what his path was. If people just would listen to people like Gandhi, all the great leaders in America, we might have got somewhere. The problem is we failed because we allowed negative people to fail us. Let's stop doing that. Onpassive is so positive that I don't see the negative. What did Dr. Super say? We are going to go so far that we will not hear these people anymore. One of my favorite quotes by all time right now by Dr. Soha, or Dr. Super, as I'm going to say. Ignore them. Listen, your own family are going to be those negative people. I got them. Your friends. You're crazy, Chris. I got them. But yet I'm still going forward because I know what Mufareh's plan was. He's seen negativity 20 years ago, and that's why he wanted to change it, to give everyone a shot. That is my personal opinion. Back to you, Waseem.
Hey, Waseem, I want to add one thing because I thought about this.
Yes.
Always give everyone a chance, because don't confuse rudeness and negativity with being afraid. Some people are afraid to take a chance. That's not the same as negativity. So you take a little tongue, you say it, and they'll go, oh, I'm going to try this. You know what I mean? So don't lump everybody bad or good. There are some in the middle that they've been hurt many times. Maybe they don't know. You take time with them. But I'm saying the negative ones, it's in their bone marrow, okay? They can't hide it. And those I just wouldn't waste any time with.
Excellent answer, sir. And in my opinion, all leaders who are staying in Onpassive, they are all positive. And I recently in previous webinars, I loved the Marty sir spontaneous reply when as sir asked the question, if you remember, to panelists, he's asked when corporate is not sharing information. Two options will be possible. A, does it mean there are challenges, they are not moving, or rather we are having momentum production? B, it is that good thing we are not publicly visible. So Marty sir's advanced reply, option B, absolutely it's good. If we are not visible, result will be visible. So this is the positive approach we are saying. Sir, thanks for excellent reply. Sir, my next question is, majority of founders are not IT literate. So we get enormous questions about reseller and automation. Can you elaborate in simple way? Marty,
I'll
sir.
try to do my best. Automation and technology and automation makes it possible for the people that know nothing about it to succeed in Onpassive. Okay? The technology and the automation in Onpassive is so superior that my grandmother could do it. That's the beauty of it. Because not everybody understands this stuff. Listen, when it's all done, you're going to go in, there's going to be Connect, or there'll be one of the products come up and there'll be a little video that explains it. shows everything how it works, anyone will be able to do it. So people that are nervous, oh, I don't understand any of this stuff. I don't. Ask Mufareh, but let me explain something. The more easy it looks, the more technical it is. Because if you can take something that's technical and make it easy, it takes a lot of skill. Ash could have done it with the mind of a IT guy and made an IT business. And all of us, 90% of us, wouldn't have a clue what's going on. But he cloaked it, he covered it in user-friendly. It's user-friendly. Come use me. Push this button, you're gonna know. It's even made so if you push the button, it doesn't explode. You can do it again. Everything is set for the average person around the world. That is technology itself, to take the very hard and make it super simple. And that's what Onpassive did at the highest level. The highest level. You know, because people look at it, they're going to go, wow, this is really simple. What took them so long? It took them long so that you make that comment. That's why it took longer. And by the way, what we see the other day on Friday, 1 year. Zoom did it with 5 times the amount of people, 5 times the amount of money, and 4 years. So think about that.
Yes.
Excellent, excellent, sir. Sir, you very well explained, and without wasting time, we go to the next question. Aisha, over to Aisha.
Thank you, Sir Waseem. Okay, you explained it very well, Marty, sir. Automation and what it does for us, and how will it will make our life easier. So, my question is, Onpassive, we all know that is an AI company, and everything is AI integrated. Uh, Everything will run on automation. Founders will make their personal efforts also by sharing their links. Can you please suggest a better way in the scenario? I know that you have explained it in one of your live session, but please elaborate, please.
Okay, with Onpassive, if you want to crawl, you can crawl. If you want to walk, you can walk. If you want to run, you can run. If you want to take a jet, you can take a jet. However you want to build your business. I would tell everyone, most people are not marketers, so you don't need to be an Onpassive. In Onpassive, you're all expert marketers because they do it for you, the hard work. If you want to share your link, do it. It's very simple. Go ahead and share your link. But I would say, when possible, after you fill up your pocket, you fill up your gas tank, you take care of your house, I would set aside from the money you make and reinvest it in traffic. I would have the company drive traffic to my site. And if I had more money, I'd do a little more. This is not for greed. The more money I have, the more I can give away, the more impact I can make on others. And that's how you got to think. You know, I mean, somebody that's not nice, they're not going to be nice with money. They're not going to be nice without money. It doesn't matter. But it's set up that if you want to run, run. Listen, for me, I want to run. Onpassive gave me a Lamborghini. I am not going to drive it like a Volkswagen. It doesn't make sense. But that's me. That's me. Other people put it in first gear and go slow around the track. That's okay. That's the beauty of Onpassive. But for me, I'm going to slam the gas pedal probably through the floor and go as fast as I can. Why? Because we have no guarantee on time. One of my best friends passed away last night. 59 years old. No guarantee. A lot of people, they're okay today and tomorrow they're not here. I'm not trying to be doom and gloom. We have no guarantee on time. If I can get where I want to be in a year, and I can do it in 6 months, I think I'm going to do it in 6 months. Because everything I said is not money out of your pocket. I'm not saying put money out of your pocket, and I'm not telling you to market. Most people can't market. That's why you're here. But you can reinvest in yourself. Reinvest in yourself. And I think you'd be surprised. And remember one thing, this is very important for all Pakistani people, everybody in the world. No one, and there'll be billions of people that come in Onpassive, not one of them can come in except through a founder. Think about that. You don't have to be a genius. Think about that. What happens when we bring in 3 million people a day? And somebody said to me, do you think I'm going to get my 3? What? Come on. I have no guarantee, but, you know, I did. Somebody asked me, you think I'll get my 3? I said, well, what company are you in? Onpassive. I go, I think that's a crazy question. Move to the next question. But that's all I got.
Okay. Great, sir. Great. Sir Chris, do you want to add something to it?
No, I think Marty covered that very well. But
Indeed,
no, I think he did excellent. I'm going to pass because I don't think I can add it.
Indeed, sir. So, Sir Waseem, over to you.
Thank you very much. Last question, and to both of you, most important and awaiting question, as we have witnessed of the testing sessions of our first upcoming paid product, OConnect, and we have done successful testing of 31,000 attendees, which is a great milestone in itself. Now we are very much excited to know what next. So, sir, can you share your thoughts about it? Marty, sir.
I can share my thoughts. I don't, obviously, I don't know 100% anyway. I believe we'll have another meeting, and they're always testing. I believe we'll see more functions. I believe what we'll see will be better than Friday, which I can't believe that's possible, but it will be. Remember, the 31,000 people was not the limit. That's all that came. If 50,000 people come, it will hold it, in my opinion. If 70,000 people come, it will be there. I'm disappointed that only 31,000 came out of 1 million people. I don't like that. Even if some people are working, you would think they should come. But anyway, that's okay. I think what we'll see will go, wow, this is amazing. And I think this week or next week, they're going to start integrating it into OES. I believe that AI is going to be induced that we have never seen before. I believe a lot of the functions, and I believe there's going to be a facelift to all of the other products, the free ones, because some people, oh, I can't get no net, I can't get in mail. All that's being fixed. See, what people don't realize, somebody puts in a support ticket, I can't get in mail. I got a news flash. The company doesn't go to 1,400,000 accounts and fix each one individually, okay? None of us would live long enough. They see a problem, they fix it. There's in another dimension, I hope this makes sense, and I'm not IT, I'm telling you what I believe. There's another dimension of OES. That's the one they're working on. And when it's time, they slide it right into place with OConnect. Because OConnect is the head of the octopus, okay? It's going to go out to all the other products. You have to have OConnect. So when that's done, lights out.
Excellent.
It's over.
Excellent. Chris, sir.
I do know the next step. The next step is me, Marty, and Red are going to be eating in Pakistan. We're going to be eating that food.
Oh.
No, listen.
Yes.
And really, I can't wait. I'm excited about that because I've never had Pakistani food. I have friends in America that are from Pakistan, but they've never invited me to dinner. I don't know why. So I'm going to go to the country and get the real food there.
Yes.
Listen, each day that we see and Ash just said this, this is ugly as it's gonna get. All right. Each time he does this, blown away, but people still don't realize we smoked. Let me say it a better way. We beat the record of 20,000 and we're at 31,000 and we were stable. Well, you know what happens when we were on Zoom? We got to 20,000. Julie would go first. Julie was the first one to get kicked off.
Every time.
And then here's what happens behind the scenes. My phone blows up and says, Chris, I got booted. Chris, I got booted. And I got to say, keep trying. I didn't have to tell anyone on Old Connect to keep trying. All right. This is what Ash keeps trying to tell people. They're still not hearing it. This is as ugly as you're going to see it. Each time he does it, it gets bigger and better. And Marty said it right on the head. And I'm calling out Pakistani. I'm calling out India and Bangladesh. Our biggest people. The next time he does Old Connect, I don't care if you got to get up at 2 in the morning, 4 in the morning. You get your beautiful behinds on that webinar so we can really show the world what Onpassive's all about. We were all on there. Let's see, all 31,000 of us Americans, we were on there. I need Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, the biggest people, the biggest percentages in this company to wake up early if they have to and get on there so we can show the world that we are all switching to Old Connect.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thanks, Marty sir. Thanks, Chris sir. And Chris sir, we need time for separate time for your interview. We have some special questions for you. I hope we will get surprise guests on that session. So sir, Aisha, you want to say something and wrap up this session? You are mute, Aisha. You are mute,
Aisha. Can't hear you, Aisha.
That mute button's killing me.
Sorry. So, no, I just wanted to say that I'm very much grateful to you all. It means a lot that you found time and you came here in our session. And
yes, very long session. And
I hope,
if you didn't notice the time, even
to it all. Yes.
I want to know something real quick before we go. Waseem, how did you get such a beautiful co-host and I got Marty Degarmo? I don't get it.
No.
That's not fair. You got a beautiful co-host and I get Marty Degarmo.
Oh, I'm not feeling.
Chris sir, we exchanged the whole course. We exchanged.
No, sir. I take it as a compliment, but I'm not feeling good about the Sir Marty part.
Well, if I had a choice, to take out someone to dinner, it would definitely be you and not Marty Degarmo. Let me tell you that right now.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sir, you will not deny.
Marty, you know,
Marty sir
Sir
is the
Marty has such a cute personality.
brand ambassador of the Onpassive.
I want to say one thing before we go. Both of you did a fantastic job. And you did very well at tricking Marty Degarmo by bringing in Chris and Red. Okay, very good.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Marty sir. Thank Chris sir and thank Red sir as well. So we'll see you in any other session, inshallah, soon. So thank you very much. Bye bye. We are going to end this live, but
we'll move forward with other sessions also. Please find time for it all.
Hey.
Thank you.
Hey.
Pakistan.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.